No, that makes sense. I feel like I definitely overshare. I've cut back severely.
Yeah. People
On
will
that.
kill your dream so
Yeah.
fast.
Well, not only that, but did you know like there's in your brain, basically in your brain, if you like tell people like your plans that you're excited about, it can release the same amount of like dopamine and satisfaction as if you actually did it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I even told a friend of mine this because he real big into fitness and he was posting pictures and we were talking about, some self-image stuff. And I was just like, take time off, take 30 days, don't post anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just, and I've been wanting to post so bad because I've lost 50 pounds. I've been working hard and I'm like, you know what? I'm not
That's
going to do it. I'm
amazing.
gonna wait. I'm still holding out. I'm like 15 more pounds and I'm going to do some before and afters or something cool, little like motivation video or something.
Right.
Maybe I'm going to do some like, boxing, clips or, just whatever, just to try to like, get people hyped because
Yeah.
it's a part of like everything that, I do. But I agree with like your method for sure. Cause I overshare, but I've gotten better because of that, because of like, all right, people kill your dreams. And then also you kill your dreams. Like,
Yeah.
I've told so many people so many things.
Oh my
and
God, same.
they've been supportive and I've just never like
Yeah.
followed through.
Because you get the validation that you want in that moment when you're talking about it. And then it's like, okay, I don't need to do anything.
Yeah.
And I like when I kind of goes back to like what we were saying about being a Virgo. If I can't fucking be perfect and execute this perfectly, like I'm not even gonna try. And I need a lot of support. Like I don't like doing things alone. I like having partnerships in all the things, except for like my personal life and my like emotional journey. I'd rather do that alone. But yeah, I've tried to partner with so many friends. Like, oh yeah, we'll start this production thing. We'll start this YouTube channel. And it just never goes anywhere. And it's fucking frustrating because, like, I'm very creative and I'm a good, like, leader. And I want to use those skills. And it's just don't have any place to put them. And I want to, like, own it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to build the thing. So, yeah.
I know what you mean. I think a lot of that comes from, like, people, like, rushing. And just like wanting to be the vision without like the whole journey,
The hard work.
and I feel like even with like spiritual stuff, I feel like that was, I don't know where they're at now. I'm not gonna say the name, the organization that we were, that we met each other in, but it just kind of seems like everything was so gung ho and like go for this big thing that, the original vision of like what was it supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then it just like you just moved to another state. It's just kind of like you're just doing a lot.
Wow.
And I feel like that's one thing I've learned. I feel like after like over 30, especially this last year, but I feel like the last few years, I've really learned to like see time differently. It's like you have time to do things. Like there's certain things you don't have time for, especially, biologically as a woman for babies and stuff, but there's certain things that like you have time. And like, that's why like my plan for all that is just to focus on just this. Like it is a legitimate plan I have, but not in a way that I'm doing it now, because I got to do this. This is the proof of concept.
Yeah.
This is my train. This is me. Cause like, I didn't go to school for any of this stuff.
Right.
I wasn't doing this stuff when I was 5, 10 years old. Like a lot of these people are like, oh, I've been doing this. It's like, I've been in the restaurant, I've been in the military, I've been doing all kinds of shit.
Right.
So it's like, this is me honing and like catching up. This is me catching up to like the kind of the creative, getting back to the creative space of where I should have stayed and then going from there. And I don't know. I feel like it's okay to take time on the roots.
Yeah.
And because at some point you may still like, you'll feel like, man, I'm still doing roots. Like, what the, like, we haven't got anywhere. And like, you look down, you're like, holy shit, I'm a foot off the ground. The trunk started, dog. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that plagues 20-year-olds.
Oh yeah.
It's great. Like, especially in church. Like,
oh god,
I'm young, I gotta get married and have kids. Like,
yeah, they make you grow up so fast.
God, why are we doing this?
And they make you like very productive oriented. I don't know. Like you need results all the time.
Yeah.
For everything.
I feel like at first I used to feel like I wasted too much time in my 20s. And then I feel like it's okay. I at least learned a lot, and I've even if even if it didn't apply the lessons I learned, I'm applying more now
Mm-hmm.
than I would normally. So it's
Yep.
like it's just like just waiting for just procrastinating, just
Yeah.
cramming life in my 30s.
Dude, 20s are just about fucking shit up.
Yeah, like you're gonna mess stuff up.
Yeah, like you shouldn't even
But
try to have
the
anything.
stakes are so low.
Mm-hmm.
No one realizes the stakes are
You can
so low
start
in your
over
20s.
like so many times.
You can start over.
Even at 40 and 50, you can just start over.
Yeah.
Do you listen to Gary Vee at all?
Yes, and not. He doesn't like flood my feed. He's
Mm-hmm.
on there. Like I follow him on Instagram, so he definitely pops up.
Yeah.
Um, but like before I started doing this, I was barely on. Like, so I hated social. I couldn't really tell you how it worked. Like
Nice.
and it's weird because like I know how social media works, kind of like on like the creator level.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert, but like I understand it more than I do the consumer level. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to work the apps the same way, but like I'd be posting shit. Like so you would think that like, oh, like I have no clue. I'm so
Interesting.
lost. But so I'm barely ever on there. But yeah, no, like I think he talks a lot about that, like the time. Like you have so much
Yeah.
time.
He always has like 20-year-olds, like 11-year-olds, like very motivated people coming to him like, man, I just feel like I'm not where I want to be, blah, blah, blah. And what he says consistently is like, you have so much time. Like if you're 25, 35, like if you've got 75, 80 years on this planet, like, you've got a lot of fucking time to grow, to start over, to redo something. Like, stop beating yourself up about it. And when he says it in his way, it's like, it makes so much
Yeah.
sense.
Because he doesn't sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
People try to sugarcoat, and like I hated growing up and people saying like, oh, after your 30s, it's like all
Who
downhill.
the fuck?
And it's like, yeah, for some of y'all maybe, but I felt great.
What life were they living? I don't feel that way at
That's
all.
what it's like. Yeah, it's like I'm about to be 33 in a month, and I'm in the best shape that I've ever been in. Like, I mean, I have those creaks. You know what I mean? Like takes me a little longer to warm up, but I can enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that I feel like that's the main thing. It's like, what's the point if you don't enjoy it?
Mm-hmm.
And getting to that point is getting to that point is harder than doing whatever the great thing is. Like anybody can do a thing that will make them great. Not a lot of people can do a thing that'll make them happy, because
Fair.
people often do things that are the opposite of making them happy.
That is very fair. I think our generation has kind of reconstructed like time and aging. Because like 30s for like our parents' generation, they were like, you have 4 kids, you're working this job you fucking hate, but it supports your family. Our generation is not about that. Like a kid, what is a kid?
Right?
I don't have no
What?
way. Like, and they were having us so young, like they're young 20s. No wonder we're fucked up, because there's no way even now at like 20, I'm about to be 29. I cannot imagine having to parent a child. I feel like I'm still parenting myself, which is like what we're saying. I think taking time and realizing you have time actually makes the end product better, because you're not rushing it,
Yeah.
and there's a foundation there. It's like built on something solid. I'm giving myself like a revelation because I like to rush the fuck out of everything. Wow. Sometimes you just need to chill and wait and build slowly.